Hey everyone, this is my first video blog. It's gonna cover what is ethical non-monogamy. There's also the written form right next to it. You can read it, you can watch the video, however you want to do that. First of all, I want to say some of these terms that I'm gonna define in this video, these are new terms. They are changing every day, and also that each person may have slightly different or vastly different definitions of these. I am telling you about my definitions, what I've found that they mean, and what I've found that other people think they mean. I've kind of combined the two. So the first thing, what is ethical non-monogamy? Ethical non-monogamy is a style of relationships where the people involved are allowed to have two or more romantic relationships at the same time, right? Now the ethical part means that everybody has agreed to be part of this structure. Whether or not they know about the other romantic relationships, that is totally their choice, but they've agreed to be part of this non-monogamous structure. There are different kinds of ethical non-monogamy. Swinging is a type of non-monogamy that tends to focus more on the sexual and physical connections rather than emotional connections. This doesn't mean that people are not allowed to have feelings for each other or not allowed to develop emotional connections with each other. Usually there's some rules about what you need to do before that happens. Another note here is that swinging is not a type of polyamory. Some people, when they hear polyamory, they think, oh, you're a swinger. No, those are two different communities, so I want to make sure that that's clear. It's a very important distinction. The second one here is called open relationships. My definition of it here is that you're in a relationship and you're allowed to date other people. What defines it as an open relationship is that these other dating relationships have limits in terms of the amount of time you can spend with them or the amount of emotional development, emotional involvement that you can have with them, and things like that. The third one is hierarchical polyamory. This is where we're delving into two main groups of polyamory. One is hierarchical polyamory. These are people who use the words primary partner, secondary partner, tertiary partner. Now, a tertiary partner is not used very often, but let me explain what it means to be a primary partner. A primary partner is usually the person you spend the most time with, the person you're going to prioritize when a decision requires that you choose one partner over another, right? Primary partnership is the one that tends to take priority, okay? Again, this is not a hard and fast rule. Every partnership has their own rules about what makes it a primary if they use those terms. Okay, so the fourth kind is non-hierarchical polyamory. So if hierarchical polyamory uses the terms primary and secondary, non-hierarchical polyamory does not use those terms. So there's no one partner that has priority all the time. It doesn't mean there aren't priorities. It just means that there's one partner who doesn't have default priority all the time. Okay. There's a way that I've heard it described, and I really like this definition of non-hierarchical polyamory, is that when I make a decision, I don't make that decision without involving that person. Oh, well, my other partner said so, so I'm just going to do it, right? That's not something that a non-hierarchical polyamorous person would do. Last one here is relationship anarchy. Some people would say that I'm a relationship anarchist, although I call myself non-hierarchical polyamorous. The clearest way I've heard of defining relationship anarchy is that there's no expectations put onto a certain person because they hold a certain position or title in your life, right? So when you're thinking about monogamous people, when you're married to someone, that's the person you raise kids with, it's the person that you own a home with. It's like there's all these expectations tacked onto that person you're married to, right? So what relationship anarchists do is they remove these expectations from being attached to a single or certain kind of relationship, and they can attach them to any person, and there's no labels like this is, oh, you're just a friend. They kind of remove those and they can attach them any way that they want, okay? This last part under the first section, what is ethical non-monogamy? Ethical non-monogamy does not include cheating. As somebody who's part of a lot of like polyamory Facebook groups or polyamory forums, I see a lot of people posting about like, oh, my husband and I have been married for 7 years, and just 2 months ago he came out to me and said, I'm polyamorous and I've been dating someone for the past 2 years, and then this person has a hard time accepting polyamory. And my response a lot of the times is, this isn't polyamory, this is cheating, right? A lot of people will try to cling onto polyamory as an excuse to escape responsibility for them cheating. But this is what I would say, is that if they're going to cheat in monogamy, if they can't have integrity and follow the rules of monogamy, then how can you trust them to follow the rules in polyamory? All right, so I think this is a good point to stop. I'm going to make another video that has the rest of what's written in the blog. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, steve@coachsteveyang.com, or you can schedule a 25-minute consultation if you have any other questions or things that came up to you as you're watching this video.